ChatGPT said. Here is the full rewrite, made better, more coherent, more engaging, without cutting out details and without using special characters. I kept the same content but upgraded the tone to be as engaging as a professional article. Huge Emmerdale spoilers for weeks the 1st to the 5th of December. What lies ahead in the village? Next week, Emmerdale is set to explode with a major twist in April's dark story, as she finally reveals the truth to Marlon and Rona. But will the cunning Celia continue to stay one step ahead of everyone? Elsewhere, Dylan discovers that Celia is preparing a particularly dangerous role for him, while Lydia faces a shock related to the concert she has been waiting for. April secretly goes to Callum's house. April asks Bob for money under the pretext of going shopping, but her real purpose is to find Callum's house, which she saw on social media. She puts the money in an envelope and leaves it on the door, believing that she is helping Callum's widow. Unbeknownst to her, shortly after she leaves, Callum shows up, realizes that April was very close to the truth, and immediately calls Rye. April receives another warning. After speaking to Callum, Rye goes to warn April. He makes it clear that he knows what she is doing and asks her to forget Callum completely. Rye then reports back to Celia, causing the two to start a new plan to separate April from her family once again. Dylan sends Marlon a subtle warning. Rye tells April to pack her things because she is leaving the village to take on a new job. April reluctantly complies, but Dylan feels uneasy and decides to send Marlon a subtle warning that April needs to talk to the police. When Celia later shows up at the tenant's house and sees a picture of Bear, she realizes Shush is in serious trouble. April confesses everything to Marlon and Rona. Marlon manages to stop April at the bus stop just before she leaves the village. April initially tries to deny everything, but then can't take it anymore and bursts into tears. She confesses that Shush has been dragged into the drug trade. The biggest shock comes when April says that Celia and Ray are using her because she caused Callum's death. Celia appears and puts pressure on her. Marlon and Rona are in a state of shock after hearing April's confession and don't know what to do next. Just then, Celia suddenly appears in their house. She says she wants to talk, then opens her phone to Ray for a video call, proving that they're being stalked and publicly threatened. Dylan gets a violent ultimatum. Dylan's birthday turns into a nightmare when Celia gives him a terrifying gift. Robbie is tied up and Celia forces Dylan to beat him as punishment for thinking Robbie called the police. Dylan is unable to do so, prompting Celia to call Mick in to further punish Robbie. Celia reveals her plan to turn Dylan into the new Ray. After witnessing Dylan's inability to handle violence, Celia announces that she wants him to take over the role of manager of the forced labor group. Dylan is shocked to find that he is being forced to replace Ray. When he goes to check on Robbie after the beating, things get worse. Sam struggles with bad news about the concert. Lydia is excited to try on dresses for Jason Donovan's concert. But Sam is forced to reveal that they have had a serious problem and cannot go as planned. Lydia is disappointed and Sam is heartbroken that he cannot help his wife realize her dream. Ray impresses Laurel. Ray prepares a romantic date for Laurel, including a full picnic. Laurel decides to give Ray another chance and is very attracted to him. Little does she know that Ray is hiding a dangerous side of himself. Paddy is sad that Bear is still absent. Bear's birthday arrives and Paddy misses his dad terribly. The villagers do not know that Bear is being held captive.